welcome back to another edition of the SNG Experience, now a shortened experience, because basically what we're going to do with the free show here is we're going to show you every week what's going on around here at SNG Studio and Gallery Infinity. I want to always start off by thanking all you guys for the incredible support, all the wonderful things you send us and everything else, and to let you know, absolutely, we are not going to stop doing the free show. But we are going to start doing shows because a lot of you asked for more detailed shows like I used to do, showing blow by blow how we do something. And I am going to start doing that. In fact, I already have with the Stargazer and with the TNG Phaser. We're going to show you all the way through from start to finish how it's done, what materials you used, everything. So you will know. And we're going to charge about $2. Don't hold us to that because we still haven't figured a price yet. But you can either pay by the episode, watching it, or you can join us at Patreon and subscribe. Now, when you get a subscription, that is not like, if you give us $100, that's not just for a one-time deal. That's $100 a month, and we will send you a surprise phaser. And we have other perks too, but you don't have to spend $100 a month. You can spend $3 a month, and that will entitle you to watch all our video on demand shows for that $3, or you can pay individually if you want. But you know, going to Patreon is a lot like going to Netflix or Hulu or something like that and paying a fee. And we're going to give you some nice programming. Things are rolling along with our new motion picture, which is going to be a series. And I got big stuff to tell you about. We're developing a website now. We got lots of big names involved in this. Of course, you know Andy Probert has been designing the spacecraft for the show. I can now tell you the name since we are legally protected. It's called Star Voyager. And to make it very short, it's about a woman growing up in the 60s, like so many of us growing up in the 60s, and watching the space launches and seeing 2001. When we saw 2001, we said, that's going to be us. We're going to get to go up to that big wheel in the sky. We're going to take the Ares to the moon. And it never happened. It should have, but it didn't. Simply because our priorities have not been so well focused, especially not on a space exploration. So, this woman grows up being a very smart person and an astrophysicist, and she designs her own small spacecraft and goes out on an adventure secretly. And that's as far as I'm going to go. She has the adventure of her life. So Andy's designed the ship. We're going to show you that very soon. As soon as the website is up, you'll be able to see all this stuff. So this week we're going to take a look at the Stargazer, which I'm starting now as one of our projects, and of course the phaser. And by the way, we finished Martians Attacks SNG. It's all done. It's over there. It's finished. I want to thank Tom Piedmont for helping as much as he did with the end credits and the composite that we were having problems with, of a rubber puppet kind of against green screen that wasn't working so well. But Tom is such a great compositor and a really good roto guy. He fixed it up for us. So we are officially done. There's going to be a trailer cut. You're going to see that next week, and then we're going to release the film. Well, I can't think of anything else for now, so let's get on with the show. So Mary painted this head of William Shatner up for me, and this is going to go in here. Yes! I told you it'd take another day. Actually, I didn't think I'd get this far. I still got to airbrush and do stuff to it. There's a gap in here that is really hard to help, so I'm just going to fill that in with some epoxy sculpt, put a little black paint on it, it'll look fine. But all in all, it came out really, really well. I still got little bits of painting and airbrushing to do on it, but I bought the lights are in the helmet, which I know Andy will disapprove of course, but he's allowed to. After all, he is the designer of this and a friend, so he'll probably get on my case about it. But it lights up his face from the inside so we can actually see it when it's in the showroom. He's not going to be in space, Andy, so he won't be blinded by it. I did paint the inside of the helmet black. Anyway, we're going to put this in. We're going to walk the dogs and then come back, stick the head in, and that's going to be it for the weekend. And that pretty much finishes it up for me for today on Friday. Yeah, Friday. You got to see some model work on Friday and not movie making stuff, but you'll be seeing more. See you on Monday. So guess what? It's Monday and we got that done. Yes, that's right, we got it done. Isn't it wonderful? Mary and I worked on it together. We put a nice shiny base on this, and we also, I went around and did some of the details like this, and I didn't make it, totally canon to what Captain Kirk is wearing in the show. This is based more on the actual puppet used, which is, of course, this is what this is, right down to all the flaws that are in it. We were all cast off the original that Doug Drexler had, and so I was really trying to replicate more of the prop that they had that was actually used, that was seen in long shots of Bill Shatner or Captain Kirk going out to rescue Spock. So I didn't go into all the details that you went into, Lou, but I did put the brown band on it and stuff. So and the browns are in the right place and everything. So we're very happy with it. And of course, Mary and I are extremely grateful to both Doug Drexler and Dorothy Duder for allowing us to have these incredible molds taken off an iconic piece from Star Trek The Motion Picture, which I had the pleasure myself of working on. So this is a very near and dear thing to us. Thank you, Doug. Thank you, Dorothy. We really appreciate it. So that means we're going to get to Battlestar Galactica tomorrow, and we are going to finish this model off in its entirety, which I'm looking really forward to. And of course the base has got a problem, which I'm going to address tomorrow, which really isn't a problem. But we're going to finish this off, and then when this is done this week, we are full-time on the USS Enterprise for the Museum of Science Fiction in Washington, D.C. I was just wondering what the splattering is here. But we're going to finish off the bridge, which basically is finished. We're going to put Elliot Brown's chairs in and everything. And we're going to put all the rooms and windows. And I would say in about 2-3 weeks, this entire model will be finished. And Greg, however you want to, you can come and pick this model up and use it with your traveling exhibit or whatever you need to do. This is our piece that we're giving to the Museum of Science Fiction Industry, and Greg has asked me to build another model for it when this one is done. And this is from one of my favorite science fiction space TV shows from the 60s. That's as far as I'll go in telling you. Tomorrow we get back to Battlestar. So, we're in the showroom, and I got Captain Kirk all lit up, and yes, Joe Melvin, I know you're watching. That is what you made for us at SNG. We love it. It got damaged at one of our parties because it was in front of the Enterprise. It was in a bad spot where people rubbed into it a bunch, but I fixed it, and it's right there next to the other piece that you did for us. Joe sent us this kit, and I put this together. This is the actual size of the real one. It's very close to the real deal, and we love both these pieces. Thank you, Joe. So we're going to come over here, past all the dog toys, and there he is, all lit up and in the corner here, and looking really, really nice. So we are so happy to have this. I want to thank Hal Morrison of Fort Worth, Texas, who sent me this note along with this. This just showed up today at SNG. I wasn't expecting a package. You all know what this is. This is one big box of plastic and one big Cylon Raider. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful model this is. I was never a huge fan of the original show, but I loved all the designs. Of course, I'm Andy Probert biased, being a friend of Andy's and always loving his work. But in addition to that, I love the designs, and I loved the fact that this revisited in the reboot. So Hal, I don't know who you are. You're not on my Facebook. I haven't been able to find you anywhere. You sort of sent this anonymously. I don't know how to thank you except in the show, and we will build a build show out of this. But Hal, if you're watching this, I need your email, because I want to be able to send you a link that allows you to watch our shows on our new setup that we're switching to shortly for the builds not just the regular show that we do, SNG Experience, which will remain free, but we're going to start having shows where you pay to watch the builds done in detail, of which this is going to be one of them. So we really need to have your email address, know how to contact you, so that we can send you a link so you don't have to pay to watch that. I can't thank you enough. I've been wanting one of these. How did you know? All right, sports fans, as you can see, we've got some leaks, and they're light leaks, and even in this overhead lighting, you can still see them because I have the skylight. But I want to show you here what I do. Elliot Brown gave me this idea. He says, Steve, why don't you get a syringe? And I know these are, I'm not supposed to have these or something. I don't know, but I don't know if you can see what's going on here. Can you imagine life without one of these? To do what I just did. It totally gives you a nice thin line in there, a little bit of a weld look. And then I take, and do be careful if you get hold of these, because I don't think tulip, which is what I'm using in your bloodstream, is a really good idea. Just saying. You know, I've got a little too much there, so I'm just going to kind of smear that down with a Q-tip. Because really all it is very thick paint tulip. It's basically an acrylic, if I'm correct, which I think I am. But yeah, that really gets rid of the leak, and we got one down here, and we get rid of the leaks. Just like that. See how well that works. Now these jam up after a while, but you know what? It's really not a problem. You can just, if you have a bunch of them, you just do another one. So that's how I get rid of light leaks. There's a couple there that really show up quite well. Let's see what we can do here. I'll probably block the camera, unfortunately. But look how those are gone. I mean, they are gone. And I can see something kind of leaking under here. I'm not sure why. I see light under there. I think I do. So I'm going to sneak some of this under here. I don't know what I'm seeing because that is not leaking. Clearly it's not leaking, and yet the camera, for some reason, says it is. The other one you see is not a leak. That is reflection from the engine here. See? So, anyway, that works really well. So I figured I'd show you around a bit what we've been doing this week at SNG. You know somewhat already. Here's our Stargazer, which we are building, and we've got all the parts cut out and saucer section cut. Been working on Battlestar, of course, as you know, and we've been getting light gaps and fixing the base and getting this a lot more steady. Starting to do, well, you know, the armor. I'm going to start painting that stuff today. And of course, over here is looking so wonderful, this phaser, which is in two parts and will be molded like so, although this will be raised up like that. And there will be a mold in two pieces for both of these sections. So it's going very well this week. I've got this out so we can see what's exactly going on with Battlestar paint job wise and what I have left to do. Well, it was a really busy week. A lot of amazing things happened, and in closing, I want to say one thing. I had a friend named Eric Lasher, who we all loved a great deal. A lot of us lost contact with him, and more recently, he came back into our lives and made contact with all of his old friends and had some very nice things to say to us. I had a conversation with him Saturday, and Eric wanted to be involved in Star Voyager, and he was going to help us with our budget, and I said, we'll make you a producer. It'll be great to work with you again, because I met Eric working with Toby Hooper and William Tony Hooper, his son, and we became friends, and everybody loved Eric because Eric was always this, hey, I'm ready to go. What do you want me to do? Anything you wanted him to do, he was happy to do for you. He was an incredibly creative person, incredibly nice person, amazing photographer, and I have a lot of photographs and slides I need to go through that he took while he was on the set with us on so many productions that I always included him in, and Tony always included him in. He helped us make a short film, Tony and I, called The Visit. He was invaluable. It just came as such a shock. He was 55. We found out just 2 days ago, I believe on Tuesday, that he had passed. I just sent him a non-disclosure document so he could read the script, Star Voyager. So I just can't say enough great things about Eric, and how much we'll all miss him, and how much we're all shocked, and how much our hearts go out to his family and his dear wife. Eric, if you're listening, we loved you. We love you a whole bunch. So, without further ado, it's been a great week, as I said, and again, thanks to all of you for all your incredible support and all the wonderful things you do to make SNG possible. We are looking so forward, so hopefully, to Star Voyager, our next big project, and we hope that you all join in and help us make it possible. Thanks so much. Have a great weekend.